Welcome back, everybody. We're ready for a new week of geometry. I'm Monty. So, week 3, September 28th to October 2nd. Here's what we're trying to accomplish for the week, okay? Item 1, we need to study the book. So, on Tuesday, your assignment outside of class, your solo mode, will be to page through the textbook. Okay, do a little scavenger hunt so that you know all the things about the book and where to locate them. Okay, mainly it's about the vocabulary. Remember the vocabulary we've been studying? What makes a shape, right? Okay, now as we start the actual math learning for the year, I want you to think about the goals. Okay. The beauty of geometry is we're trying to describe the world mathematically. So you have all this knowledge of the world, knowledge of shapes, and you've got some math skills. You do. Think of what we've already done in this class. You know what makes a rectangle, right? Parallel, equal. I added the new word congruent. I'm adding new symbols about 90 degrees. This week we need to expand it further and use the word perpendicular. All right? So, everything we do all year, I want you to think about these bubbles, little thought bubbles. Remember, what is it you already know? Think about what could be. And then ask questions, right? As we talk like this all year, I'm going to have this questioning box, right? And this week's challenge problem involves, what do you remember about something? Think about what kind of questions you could ask so that you can think about the world mathematically. Serious. All right, so let's get started. Scavenger hunt on the book, okay? And this is the way the book talks. What do you remember? Why don't you think about, and then what kind of questions do you ask? That's the way geometry is built, all right? Mathia, 20 minutes every week on Mathia. So hopefully last week you completed the getting started and you're into describing shapes and notations. I would like you to get to the point where there's actual numbers and you're actually answering questions about angle measures and how long segments are. Okay? That's for this week in Mathia. Now, the learning for the week, data points. Okay? We talked about graphing just a little bit last week, not very much. What do you know about locating points accurately? Okay, where is the origin 0, 0? Okay, in order to prove things in geometry, we need to prove that this indeed is a rectangle. Okay, how do we know it's a rectangle? Well, we need to measure this distance, measure this distance, measure, or on a graph we would count, or on a computer, copy, paste. Is the shape exactly the same? All right? But in order to do some of this, we need parallel lines and we need perpendicular lines. So this week, parallel and perpendicular. Is this indeed 90 degrees? Okay? And how can we prove that mathematically? Okay? So we got to be able to graph, and we have to be able to look at the slope of the line. So slope is a key term, parallel is a key term, perpendicular is a key term. And we're going to be doing that this week. All right? Okay. And the last thing, every week I want you to feel challenged. Every week I want you to know that, hey, I can go over and above. I can question something, okay? And this week's challenge problem is the shoelace problem, okay? These shoes are real. These shoelaces are real. Okay? How long are they? Here's the challenge problem for the week. How long are the shoelaces? Okay? Just so you know what kind of a nerd I am, I actually have the mathematical shoelace book so that you can mathematically determine how long a shoelace is. All right? So, your job this week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, is to ask questions. What questions could you ask so that when you get to the end of the week, you know how long these shoelaces actually are? That's the way geometry works. I know about shoes. I think if I knew this, this, and this, I could ask the right questions and know how long the shoelaces are. So that's what we're here to accomplish this week. We'll see you in class on Tuesday.